As usual, we have to start from the daily time frame analyzing this index. So on the daily time frame charts, the first thing we have to do is to zoom out of the charts so we can get a bigger picture of the market, can get the bigger picture of this index. So what's the market doing right now? What has the market done? So we can see that we had this previous structure where this index was pushing up, created series of higher lows and series of higher highs as seen here. And we also had this previous structure. This was a long bearish structure where the market formed series of lower highs and series of lower lows. Should we go in detail spotting out these highs and lows? I think we should quickly do that. Yeah, so we got a high formed here. We got another high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So these are a series of lower highs, and had series of lower lows, a low there, lower low, and a lower low. The last lower low formed at that point. So when we check the value of these highs and lows, we'll see that they are lower than each other, making these highs and lows, lower highs and lower lows. So that's for the highs and lows formed on this bearish structure. So we had the bullish structure as well, had series of higher lows and higher highs. So next thing the market did was to do what? Push downwards, giving this formation. This is more like a falling wedge, and at the same time is a bearish structure because we still got lower highs and lower lows formed. Let's see what happens. And whenever a falling wedge is formed, there's usually a breakout because falling wedges are bullish continuation patterns or bullish reversal patterns. We usually see in the market do what? Give a continuation after the breakout of this falling wedge. This is a chart pattern. Yeah, so the next thing we have to do is to spot out the historical levels and zones formed on this structure, having a low here, level of support, price bought support here, support. This is a historical level because we got past reactions on this level. When we had the first reaction, it was on the 20th of January 2025. Second reaction was on the 17th of March, like 2 months after. The next one was 31st July, like 3 months after. Next one here, 13th August. So these are historical levels. We've had price react on these levels in the past. So there's always a possibility of seeing another reaction whenever price gets to this level based on past histories. Yeah, so we had another level. We have another historical level formed here. Spotting out the reactions. We've got price, sell, resistance, support here. There was a break, retest, price bought support, resistance here, resistance, and the market is close to this same level. This level that it has been reacting or rejecting from, it has always been rejecting from. So if at all price pushes up to this level, there's a sell possibility. We could see price to reject from this level based on the histories we've got these past reactions, resistance there. So price could still do what? React to that level. So this is the essence of spotting out these historical levels. They are very, very important. So what should we expect of the market right now? Seeing that we had this falling wedge, which is a reversal pattern formation, a bullish reversal pattern. This is a falling wedge or a descending channel, but it's still a bearish structure because we've got lower highs formed and lower lows at this point. I think lower lows there. So you can see that this market has broken out of this structure, and the last high that was formed here, there was a break of this high, which a new high has been formed. So we've got a high formed here, which is a bullish formation, but we still have this level that the market is likely to reject from, even if you are to get price push up. So until we see price break out of this level entirely, give a proper break of this level, retrace to it, then we could see the bullish continuation long term on this index. At least price buying to these next highs, these previous highs, price buying to this point long term. But at the moment, the market is still inside of this range, so we can only look out for trade opportunities. Our opportunities is limited to these highs and to these lows at the moment. Yeah, so we still have to proceed to the 4-hour time frame to be cleared on what to expect of the market, to get more clarity on this index. But back to the daily time frame, I saw information that we should pay attention to these lows. We have this formation here. This is more like another block formed at this point, so we should pay attention to these lows possibly, but we can't be looking out for an opportunity from here, being that this is daily time frame chart. or else you want to swing. Yeah, you can still look out for opportunities if you want to swing, if you want to hold long-term opportunity, be on a long-term trade opportunity. Price can retrace here, then possibly this, but that's not what we are up to right now. You still have to get clarity on what to expect of the market. So you still have to look at the lower time frame charts to see what the market is doing as well. So on these 4 time frame charts, we've got this bullish structure where the market created series of higher lows as well, series of higher lows here and series of higher highs. So this is a good sign for a buy opportunity. This formation indicates that the bulls are in this market at the moment. So we still have to spot out the historical levels and zones formed on these 4 time frame charts. We had this previous structure, which is a bearish structure that the market has broken out of, and we are getting these bullish formations on the 4 time frame charts. The market forming series of higher lows and higher highs. So the next thing we have to do is to spot out the historical levels and zones formed on these 4 time frame charts. Having a level formed here, price bought support, resistance, was a break, retest, resistance here, resistance. Then there was a break out of this level. This zone has been broken, which the market is trading above this level currently. So this level of resistance has turned to a level of support. So if at all we are to see price drop further to these points, then we could get possible buy reaction from this zone. And we can see that we have this trend support intact as well. These trend support levels are also being respected by the market, so we should always acknowledge them. But we should have this level in mind, the level of 107,903 in mind, a level that price could get to a potential rejection level. We could see price reject from this level, give a move of this kind, retrace, then we can now see a breakout. If the bullish momentum is strong enough, then we could get the breakout to the upside. So nothing clear at the moment. We don't have anything to expect of the market at the moment. We just have the bullish formations coming into place. So we still have to proceed to the 1 hour time frame, because I'm a day trader. Look out for day trading opportunities, even if there is none at the moment. So on this 1 hour time frame chart, we've got this formation. This is the market consolidating, forming an ascending channel. This is more like an ascending channel here. The market's pushing up here, but this formation right now, being that we've seen the market price has been pushing up, but it's been pushing up sluggishly, shows that there is no much bullish strength in the market. Because for the market to moving like this, moving in this manner, shows that the buyers has little strength. They don't have enough strength to give good buys in the market, as we've seen here. This is an indication that the bulls had a lot of buying power. That's why we got these good buys there. But afterwards, the market has been pushing up, right? But it's been pushing up sluggishly. We've been having this slow buy, slow push up in the market, showing that the buyers are losing out of their buying power. So we could likely see the sells. We could see price do what? Push up there, then drop to this level. Remember, we have this level as a potential target point. The potential level price could retrace to, possibly price dropping further to this daily time frame order block before we can get the bullish push. And like I said earlier, I expect price to test this zone, this daily time frame level, which I said the market is trading inside of. Yeah, this area. I expect price to get to this point, and for price to get to this point, we need more buying power. But at the moment, it doesn't look like there's enough buying power in the market, which is not possible to see the push to the upside to that point. So we could see the market drop down, because for price to buy up, we need the bulls to have enough buying power. And a way whereby the bulls get their buying power is to let the sellers take charge of the market for a period of time. They build up their buying momentum to push price to the upside. So this means that we could see the drop to the downside. Price could drop to these points before the buy is long term. So we can look out for sell opportunities. That's what this means right now. We can look out for sell opportunities, and working with this formation, this is actually a bullish structure, though the market was moving in a consolidation form, pushing up, but it's still a bullish structure because we've got size of higher lows and size of higher highs. But it happens to be that we are getting a shift of this structure. Price is trying to break below these lows, this last higher low. So if you can see price break below this last higher low, then the sells is expected. But I have my sell point at the moment, which is this zone. This, we have got an order block as well. So price can retrace to this point, like push up before the sells, you're expecting the market to break below these lows, confirming the reversals, confirming the break of structure on this index. If price can break below these lows, can't give a retracement, testing this zone, my other block points, then possible sells from that area. And I haven't spotted the historical levels on this 1 hour time frame chart, so let's quickly do that. Let's spot out the historical levels to see if there's any level that aligns with our sell points right now. So the 1 hour time frame chart, we have these highs, we have that level, and we have these highs as well. So this is a high which we should spot out. This is a high, and extending this high, let's see if we've still got past reactions on this high. Yeah, we do. So when we zoom into the chart, we'll see that we've seen price bought as a support there, resistance, support. Yeah, so still got the sales resistance here. And like I said, whenever a historical level aligns with an order block, is an additional confluence to why prices to sell from that order block. So seeing this historical level, which you've seen price react to in the past, align with this zone, this order block zone, then there's a sell possibility from this point. So all I'll do right now is to wait for good confirmation before selling this index. So if price can move up to this base area, I'll be shorting this index, expecting the sells to this point, to this lows, yeah, expecting the sells to this point, because that level is a 4 time frame broken resistance level that is expected to get retested. This level right now is a broken level of resistance that I expect price to drop to. Yeah, given a retracement of this level, then we can now see the price push up, because this market structure is still bullish. The market structure is bullish on the 4 time frame chart, so you should still look out for possible buys on potential buy zones, which I have this zone marked out to be potential buy zone. So the 1 hour time frame chart looks good. We've been able to spot out an opportunity and entry points for the sells. So if price can retrace to this zone, if price can retrace here, testing this area, I'll be selling this index from here, getting my entries at the top of this base, stop loss above the base, something of this kind. Entry points there. Then having a target of this point. This is over 11:1 risk to reward. Let's say 10:1 risk to reward. Let's say 10:1 risk to reward. That's you risking about $100 to get $1,000 if you are to catch these long sales from this point. Remember, we still have an expectation of the market pushing to test this zone, test this high, the level of 107,903. But on the look of things, the buy power is not strong enough. The bullish presence in the market is not strong enough to push price to these highs. So we need the market to retrace. We need price to fall a little for the buyers to take charge, to push price up again. So that's what this whole projection is all about. Price testing our sell zone, dropping down to this point, this potential buy area, then another push to this level, which we could get a rejection from, because this is a strong level of resistance. So if I reject from this zone, we may see price push up, breaking these highs here. Then we get the long-term buys to these points, long-term buys to these highs, the level of 139,593 long-term buys here to these points in the coming days and weeks. So at the moment, I'm looking at possible sell opportunity on this index, being that I've been able to spot out my potential sell zone, my trade area. So let's see how this plays out. Let's see if price can break below these lows, these identified lows, or possibly push up to test this area, which I could look at for confirmations on for the sells. And you can still see that the market has already tested this base, but I still expect another test of this base. We've already got the test of this base here. After price drops down here, we saw price do what? Push up to test this base, and we got the sell. The market has been playing around here. But if the market can push up to test this base the second time, then possibly the sells is expected from that point. That's where I could look to selling from. So that's my analysis and view on 75 index.